Hello there people, this is Bruce or nintenbruce here, and we are back with a walkthrough. This does make a change, haven't done one of these in a while, but it is of the game Splosion Man. Very nice arcade game, not sure what consoles it's on, all I know of is it's on 360, and what I'm going to be taking it through is the hardcore mode and a cake run as well, so you're going to knock off 2 achievements at once. Not too much a biggie if you do it separately, because it is easier to get the cake on the normal mode because of the checkpoints, but hardcore mode you cannot get hit, literally one hit and you are dead, and because there are no checkpoints you get flung all the way back to the beginning, and even if you picked up the cake that round it doesn't count until you finish the level. So I do not blame you if you want to try these achievements separately. And speaking of achievements, I will be showing you how to get the rest of them a little later down the line, but these 2 achievements here are sort of the main ones, I guess. Well, that and the co-op mode, which can also be irritating. But as the first level of this doesn't need too much explaining, all I'm going to do is go through a few basics with you. Some of you veteran players will know it anyway, but for those who still don't quite know, still haven't passed World 3 and need a bit of help just getting some of the basics out of the way, it's pretty simple, even for you guys that haven't played it. So you've either got a directional stick or an explosion button, which is your jump button. You jump 3 times in a row. If you keep hitting explosions, then you recoup your splosiometer, I guess you would say, and you get 3 explosions per jump. As you saw there, you go totally black when you've got no more explosions. When that happens, you're a sitting duck. You can't blow up anything, you can't do jack. So either hang on to the side of an extremely long wall to recuperate your explosion, or land on a platform. And you usually have to be on the platform for about a second before all of your explosion appears again. Now notice here, I'll just interject that to the right is the exit, to the left is some cake. Fantastic. You can't go wrong in that level. Very simple introductory level. So, what you'll see here, minigun guys, you definitely want to beat up anyone with a switch. Goes without saying, really. All the other guys would either be miniguns, homing missile guys, or even door openings, I guess you could say. Not all of the door opening ones are imperative, but why not blow them up, why not? Other than that, you don't have to blow up any of the other scientists or enemies unless they're physically blocking your way. If you want a high score, blow everything up. You know, simple as, really. Now, so I've gone through getting a higher score. You'll notice I'll be going through this walkthrough fairly quickly. I'm not too shabby in this walkthrough, let me tell you. So don't feel that you have to keep up the same speed that I do, but to get out of most situations, 9 times out of 10 you have to keep moving. The 1 out of 10 is usually where you have to wait for elevators or electricity to pass. Notice here I didn't go all the way to the right because you saw some cake as you start exploding to the right there. And then all you do is jump back to the left and get the barrel again. Fantastic. So I've covered, the splosiometer, I guess you could say. The fact that to keep on moving is usually to keep on surviving. Other than that, it's just a case of getting used to levels. Some of it will go wrong without saying if you haven't done some of the levels before, because you just won't know where you're going. Again, if you're moving, usually you end up in the right direction, but on the flip side you can end up exploding or whatever in the wrong direction. So there we go. Right, heading back to the walkthrough now. Here is your first enemy. Feel free to explode him or not, but if he touches you, or if his front touches you rather, then you're going to be electrocuted and you're going to be sent all the way to the beginning of the level. Fantastic. So again, dispose of or avoid, your call. Other than that, you're just going to be going around flicking a few more switches as you can see, just to exit certain places. Should I throw in one other hint? I suppose maybe so. There are some jumps which might seem impossible to get cake and whatnot, but it is still, they wouldn't have put it in there if there wasn't a way. So you might find certain ways of jumping, instead of just pressing the explode button extremely quickly. Love that guy cowering just then. But instead of pressing it 3 times extremely quickly, just wait until you attach to the wall as soon as possible and then start jumping, or wait until the top of your jump. Usually to get as high as possible you have to wait to the top of your jump. To get as far as possible, it's a combination between the top of your jump or getting closer to the arch of the end of your top. Let me start that again. So as you're falling from the top of your jump, you might want to press it again. So yes, that is the basics there. So your Splosiometer, keep on moving, and how to jump effectively. Sounds simple, but honestly, it sometimes isn't. So notice here that I went up to the left to get the cake. You can only get it with the barrel. If you carry on going right, then that's the end of the level. You know, what can I say? So otherwise, if you didn't go through the barrels, then the minigun would have got you. Feel free to explode this guy, he's in the way. Why not, eh? Why not? We're on a time run here, what can I say? So here you now encounter elevators and counterclockwise lifts and anti-clockwise lifts. You name them, this is all about movement here. Now, a thing to remember with the elevator / lifts as well is you can hang on to the side of them. So if you think there's a jump which doesn't quite look like you're going to make it, think if you're just going to hit the edge of the elevator, great, you're going to survive. Notice there, that's the introduction of the crusher there. Usually 3 jumps and you're through. As long as you're calm or / you keep moving, you're going to be alright, usually. The only time you won't be is when there's a double crusher, so that's 2 crushers in one, which is a lot taller and you can't make with a simple explode. But there's usually a barrel icon which you have to hit first, wait for the barrel to get to you, or occasionally jump with it, and you just explode on that to, well, reach the, you get the deficit rather of your jump. I'm pretty sure we're going to come up to one now. Here we go. So notice, stay calm, wait for the barrel to hit, and then just explode upwards. Followed by another little crusher exploding. Now here, I believe, is our next cake. Feel free to go up the elevators if you fancy, but if you hit the glass, there's nothing dastardly down here, just cake. Good cake. Now, if you're like me and have a smallish TV / it's slightly far away from you, this bit can be annoying. As you can see, totally mistimed my jump because it's so small. At the end of the day, there's no hazards here. Just take your time. There we go, beautiful. Nice little cartwheel in the air. And there you have it. What more could you ask for? Simplicity. Now here, luckily it doesn't zoom out, but you do have to take your time, otherwise you're going to fall into acid. Breaking through the glass, keep on advancing, and then you just got an extended version of what you just did, a jump to elevators with acid below you, so do be careful. Here, explode up here to get the switch to send an unfortunate scientist who doesn't seem to see his impending doom to his death. And there we have it, I believe that's the end of this particular level. Which, by the way, I believe I cover about 8 levels here, so you get something for your money here. Well, / lack of. After all, this is a free video to watch. Now this is a level where you have to keep moving. I can't stress enough, be calm. As long as you're just moving, then you're usually going to be alright. Usually in these types of chase levels, if you're about a second behind, sometimes even a millisecond behind, then that could be the difference between life or death. You've just got to learn to embrace the level and, well, just learn it. You know, in this scenario, it's not so bad because barrels are right there in front of you ahead of time. Now we will be coming to a portion of cake which seems difficult to get, but it honestly isn't. All you do is take your time and jump up the platforms, which we shall get to shortly. Oh, and what you've got to time here as well is the next green barrel. You've then got to explode again in mid-air. So you notice there, you have to time that well, otherwise you're just going to die. So here we go, exploded the guy with the switch there, you have to do that. And then you got the birthday cake and you was able to get the green switch and fly straight to the exit. Now here, not as bad a chase level, but every sort of puzzle you have to keep moving. So notice there, if you're a bit slower, you would have got crushed by spikes. And I believe it's also this level where anyone with a switch you just got to destroy as soon as possible. Now here, go right, left, right, and then go left. If you try and explode to the right after that last barrel, usually you end up underneath the platform and you fall to your death, which is not great. Now carry on holding right there, otherwise you would have not only fallen into the spikes going upwards, but the spikes would have crushed you from above as well. Keep holding right. Don't follow the scientist to go left because that spikes. And if you keep holding right yet again, I was a bit slow there, but notice that the first levels aren't amazingly difficult. Just keep on moving. Same here, right, left, and then right again. Now if you go up here, that's where the cake is. You only get one sort of shot at that with the green blast, but usually you can still make the jump anyway with your normal explosions. Carry on down to the end of the level. Now here you kind of take a break in the way that you're not being chased as such by spikes and whatnot anymore, but you do have to be quite careful. I did flick through electricity fairly quickly there, I'm not sure if you saw, but there was electricity right at the beginning. You just got to time your jump. Don't do what I do if there's electricity in your path. That would electrocute you, and that is bad. Again, feel free to destroy anything in your path if you want to. You have to hit those switches, otherwise the electricity doesn't move away. And see there, easy hold right and just explode on the barrels. Now here what you're going to want to do is just hang off the ledge of this second lift slash elevator here, and as soon as you pass that looming electricity, you just hold up and then start jumping out of the way of the rest of the electricity. Now notice here I jumped straight to the left and jumped upwards, and you have to be quick. Hit the green barrel and get that scientist. If you don't do that in time, he hits a switch which pulls the door down and you can't get that cake any longer. Now, continue going to where you're supposed to. Notice there's a checkpoint door behind, which means we wouldn't have been able to get the cake again if you went straight through there first. Here, feel free to either hang on to the wall as long as possible until you need to jump, or use your explosions while going down. Again, it's a very lenient level for this sort of thing. It does get tricky later though. Now here, make sure you're under the lift, otherwise you would see you'd get hit with a minigun. And same again here, just to catch the switch, and we'll see another little lift slash elevator on our way back. I should just say moving platform. I don't think it's a lift or an elevator as such, is it? Anyway, don't jump, otherwise you would have got, well, destroyed. And continue going upwards like there's not a care in the world. Don't go right, choose this left option, otherwise you can get hit by a minigun. And again, feel free to destroy machines if they're in your way truly, i.e. like there. Now here I believe this leads us to, yep, some electricity. Again, like the last level, feel free to explode downwards or lean off the walls, a bit of both, and catch the guy with the switch so you can advance. Going forward, nothing tricky here. It's nice if you can do this little bit in one hit, because otherwise you usually end up falling and it's, yeah, just a pain in the backside. Nothing dastardly. Now make sure you hit that guy with the switch. This bit of cake is a bit of a weird one. And then move backwards, catch the next guy. There's a total of 6 guys with switches. So you can't get the cake yet. If you attempted it, you would be destroyed. Now notice there I took my time going up there, because if I'd have landed on that platform in an awkward manner, I would have been electrocuted, which isn't amazing. So here's our third switch for the minigun disablement. Again, hold off, go back right, get the next guy. And then simple moving up the elevator, nothing too tricky here. And then here's our 5th guy with a minigun switch. And hold up, go back left, there's the 6th guy. Now all you do, bonsai down here. I should have said jump really, bonsai's a tree. And there you go. Notice if you'd have shifted away from the middle of the area, you would have fallen in acid. Don't do that, it burns. Now here, use your 2 or 3 explosions to get up over there. And I believe we are at the end of yet another level. And that is the end of this current Little Beetle walkthrough. If you have any questions about what you just saw, feel free to pop comments in the section below or message me. There will be more Splosion Man coming soon. It's going to be in about 8 episodes, 8 levels each episode, plus a boss episode. And yeah, we'll see how we go. So until next time, you guys take care, and I will see you again soon.